Yeah. Well, hey, you got a special tie on? Flamingos, pineapples?
Yeah, they're festive.
I love it.
You can't really see it, but the flamingos, the cacti, and the pineapples all have Christmas gear on. They're wrapped in Christmas lights.
Makes you want to be in the tropics with them.
It makes you, especially with as cold as we've been.
Right.
But, you know, I've got 2 Christmas ties. I get one day a year to wear each one of them.
Better make the best of it.
That's right.
I love it. So fashionable.
Thank you. It'll be 365 more days before I'll crack it back on again.
There you go.
All right, here's where we're at right now. 39 degrees in Tulsa. This is about as warm as we've been all day. Pretty crazy, but those south winds and the clouds are kind of helping us out there on that. 42 in Dallas, much warmer in the southwest. Look at that, 62 in Phoenix. Real cold in the Great Lakes area, but I mean, it's been a lot colder, so that's improving for them even. We have one more storm system that's going to kind of put a little bit of delay on our warm-up, but it won't last long. It's a quick mover, and it'll quickly advect eastward once it comes through. But we do have a band of precip out in front of that, a light wintry mix, some light snow falling across the Kansas state line. This should weaken a bit as it heads south, but we'll talk about the impacts of that in a minute. And then there's that front. It's a strong front, but the impacts of it won't last too long. We're going to get basically a day and a half of it or so, and then we'll start to see that warm up. Orange counties, that's where we have winter weather advisories or travel advisories, as you'll hear as well. That's basically just saying, hey, look out, there could be a couple of slick spots associated with this, and they should be fairly isolated. This should once again weaken as it heads south a bit. And it's just not very moist at the surface, so a lot of this evaporating before it gets to the ground. But once again, there could be just enough to cause a little bit of a slick spot, especially to the north and east of Tulsa, mainly overnight. Once we get into tomorrow, things should improve for us, but the higher likelihood for something like that to happen for a slick spot would be in these darker pink counties, but anywhere in this pink area, once again, can't rule out a slick spot or two. Once again, not expecting major issues, but if you're out and about overnight tonight, just be cautious. Drive a little slower, and you should be all right, especially though on those bridges and overpasses. Here's where we at right now. Here's looking out at the Jinx area. The river looking good. It is chilly, 39 degrees, south wind at 15. Dew point 16, that wind making it feel a bit cooler. Temperatures mostly lower 30s to the north, mid to upper 30s, Tulsa to the south. Still a couple of locations in the 40s. Once again, there's that precip starting to work its way across the Kansas state line. Tack on that wind, and it does feel like it's in the upper 20s to low 30s. So if you are out tonight, once again, jacket weather. Here comes that system. Notice it does try to weaken a bit, but still is there. Once again, Tulsa to the north and east, can't rule out a slick spot or two. Tomorrow morning we'll start in the 20s. We'll warm into the mid-30s by midday, and then those temperatures will drop. So these highs you see, this would more likely be the noontime temperature. That's just putting in the highs of the day. We'll see falling temperatures all afternoon. By 4 o'clock tomorrow, we should be in the 20s with a very strong north wind. Then as we go into Tuesday morning, pretty cold, teens. And then south winds return, and then the warm-up gets going again into the 40s, and then near 60 on Wednesday, and then staying generally a decent amount above average. After that, we'll also see some more rain chances. Getting a bit unsettled. The system comes through Friday to Saturday, and then another one the following Monday. So some opportunities to pick up at least a little bit in the way of some precip. Once again tonight, that light wintry mix across parts of the area. A slick spot or two is possible. Tomorrow, cold and windy, and then the warm-up starts Tuesday afternoon and continues. Notice no big-time cool weather in the near future, which is good. I think we're all ready for a break from the Arctic-y weather. So it looks like we're going to get one. That's a look at your forecast now, and over to Dan for sports.